Neville Goddard often referred to the physical plane as the world of Caesar. And like Caesar, many people and organizations throughout history have understood how conscious creation works, and more importantly, have used it upon its people. So what if everything you believed about the world, your religion, your government, even the laws that you followed, are all just an illusion? Imagine a system so meticulously crafted that it influences every corner of your life without you even realizing it. Jordan Maxwell spent decades uncovering the hidden structures that shape our reality. He shows that there are two ancient laws that form the foundation of everything we experience today. These laws quietly govern politics, finance, and even your personal freedoms. But here's the thing, you've probably never heard of them, and there's a reason why. Because understanding these laws would dismantle the carefully constructed narrative that keeps society in line. Jordan didn't just reveal these laws, he exposed the symbols, language, and rituals that hold them up. So if you ever thought there was something about the world that didn't quite add up, you're about to see all the pieces fall into place. So from the moment we were born, symbols have shaped our perception of reality. They're not just visual cues, they're tools designed to influence your subconscious mind. Jordan emphasized that symbols carry profound meanings, often hidden in plain sight. They're not just methods of communication, they are instruments of control. Take corporate logos, for example. Most people see them as merely branding, but they are far more than that. Logos like the Chevron insignia or the Shell scallop emblem are loaded with intent, drawn from ancient archetypes and psychological triggers. These symbols trace their origins to timeless laws and religious iconography, embedding messages that resonate on a subconscious level. Even religious symbols have a dual purpose. On the one hand, they can elevate consciousness and inspire spiritual growth. But on the other hand, they can manipulate and maintain control over large populations. When you fail to explore the deeper meaning behind these symbols, you fall prey to their power. By becoming aware of their origins and purpose, you can begin to reclaim your mental autonomy. So at the core of our global civilization lies a dual legal framework, the law of the land and the law of the sea. These aren't merely man-made constructs, but reflect humanity's ancient relationships with the elements. The law of the land governs customs and traditions unique to a specific region, but the law of the sea, or maritime law, has far-reaching influences that transcend borders. Originally created to regulate trade and navigation across waterways, it has infiltrated governments, financial institutions, and the legal system worldwide. When you step into a courtroom, for example, you're not just entering a place of justice, you're stepping into a space governed by maritime law. Even the language reveals the truth. You go to court just as a ship goes to port. The judge wears a black robe, a symbol of Saturn, the ancient god of control and limitation. Even the term bench comes from the Latin word for bank, signifying the court's connection with commerce. They aren't just coincidences, they're symbols of a system that is rooted in the law of the sea. So the world's financial institutions are deeply intertwined with maritime principles. If you think about it, money flows like water and is controlled and channeled by banks. These linguistic connections are intentional. Terms like liquid assets and cash flow highlight the maritime roots of commerce. When a ship docks at a harbour, it delivers cargo accompanied by a manifest. Similarly, when you were born, your delivery was accompanied by a birth certificate, a document that ties you to a system of commerce from the moment you entered this world. Even your citizenship operates within this framework. It's not just a personal identity, it's a legal construct tied to commerce. This challenges how we perceive freedom and autonomy. To truly understand our place in the system, we must question how these maritime principles influence every aspect of modern life, from finances to fundamental rights. So many religions play a pivotal role in reinforcing systems of control. Jordan often pointed out how many religions operate like corporations, using rituals, symbols, and dogma as a way of maintaining control over its followers. One striking example is the symbolism of Saturn, revered in ancient cultures as an enforcer of rules and boundaries. The black robes worn by priests, judges, and even university graduates pays homage to Saturn's authority. This isn't just tradition, it's a deliberate nod to the archetype of control. Even the concept of God as presented in many organized religions has been shaped to align with governance systems. Teachings tied to Dog Star Sirius in Egyptian mythology shows how ancient cosmology was integrated into modern religious frameworks. This connection reveals that religion, commerce, and law are not separate entities, but interconnected pillars of a single system designed to guide and manipulate human behavior. So every courtroom is a stage where maritime law plays out in plain sight. When you enter, you pass through a symbolic gate, leaving the law of the land behind and stepping into the jurisdiction of the law of the sea. Within the courtroom, you're no longer recognized as a living individual, but a legal entity. This is why attorneys speak on behalf of defendants. The act of bailing out directly ties to maritime practices, representing the release of a ship from its moorings. Even the phrase "pass the bar," referring to an attorney's qualifications, comes from the physical barrier separating maritime jurisdiction from the outside world. Understanding this framework doesn't just demystify legal proceedings, it empowers you to navigate them with greater awareness. By recognizing the symbolic and procedural elements at play, you can reclaim a sense of agency within the system designed to obscure its true nature. So the systems that shape our world are purposefully designed to hide their true nature, leaving most of us in ignorance. But ignorance is not our destination. Jordan devoted his life to revealing the intricate network of power and influence that govern our reality. His work offers a map to understand the connections between symbols, law, and systems, to illuminate the path towards true awareness. Jordan didn't just expose deception, he equipped those who listened with the tools to break free. Central to his research is the idea that awareness is power. Understanding the symbolic language embedded in everything, from corporate logos to legal jargon, is not just an intellectual exercise, it's an act of liberation. These symbols and terms are the code of the system. Learning to read the code is the first step to reclaiming your autonomy. So for me, breaking free requires more than just knowledge. It requires a shift in perspective. Our modern society thrives on distractions. Entertainment, consumerism, and endless political theatre are all designed to keep us focused on trivial matters. Jordan often warned that as long as your attention is consumed by these diversions, you remain a pawn in a larger game. To break free of the cycle, you must redirect your focus towards understanding the systems that control you. This isn't easy, but it's essential. Stepping away from the noise and committing to self-education are acts of rebellion against a system that thrives on ignorance. Jordan's teachings extend beyond uncovering hidden truths. They're a call to action. By educating ourselves, we not only empower our own life, but we also contribute to a broader awakening. Awareness creates ripples that challenge the status quo and inspire others to question the systems they inhabit. This collective awakening is the only way to dismantle the structures of manipulation and control. Ultimately, breaking free is a journey of courage and persistence. Jordan likened it to opening a door to a new reality, one far less rigid, but more authentic than the illusions that we've been fed. It requires rejecting complacency and embracing the discomfort of questioning deeply ingrained beliefs. But the rewards are as clear as day. With awareness comes clarity, and with clarity comes the ability to navigate life on your own terms. Final question is, are you ready to take the steps to reclaim your power? Or will you remain a spectator in the game that you were born to play? I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for your engagement and support. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.